Welcome in Nishad physics class. Today I am going to cover very small topics, two small topics, dielectrics and Coulomb's law in vector form. Two charge body having charges q1 and q2 separated by a distance r. Both charges is kept in the vacuum of air. So F air, force in air, equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square, and this is equation 1. In both charges, a medium of absolute permittivity epsilon is kept. Suppose that here medium is kept, then F m. In both charges q1 and q2, a medium is introduced. Then epsilon naught changes. So Fm equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught epsilon 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 upon r square. Fa, force between both charges. If both charges are in air or vacuum, Fm is force between both charges when both charges are kept in a medium. Here epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Absolute permittivity of free space, while epsilon is absolute permittivity of the given medium, Now dividing equation 1 by 2, dividing 1 by 2, 1 by 2, then what we get? Fa upon Fm equal to q1 q2 and 4 pi epsilon naught r square q1 q2 upon 4 pi epsilon r square. Definitely that will 4 pi r square q1 q2 4 pi r square cancel out, and we get here Fa upon Fm equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught. Here we get a relation Fa upon Fm is equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught. Now epsilon upon epsilon naught equal to epsilon r or thick K. This K is different from constant of proportionality. They are known as relative permittivity. Relative permittivity. Relative permittivity or dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. It should be clear. This thick K is the dielectric constant, that is different from that is constant of proportionality, whose value in vacuum is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb. Here K, generally in book K is used. Here K is the unitless and dimensionless quantity. Dimensionless quantity because it is ratio of same two physical quantities. Okay. Now if you take this formula, Fm is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon and Q1 Q2 upon R square, then this epsilon here equal to epsilon naught into epsilon naught into K. So here Fm is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by dielectric constant, and this is Q1 Q2 by R square. What you see here, Fm equal to 1 by K 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square, and you know that this is force in vacuum. So Fm is equal to F vacuum our air by K. It means force in a medium is decreased by 1 upon K times force in the vacuum. Force in a medium is decreased by 1 upon K times force in the air hour vacuum, where K is dielectric constant. Now here with this dielectric, a very important phenomenon is associated, that is widely used in the chemistry and also in physics. It is known as Arrhenius theory of dissociation. Arrhenius theory of dissociation. How you can ionize any compound. For example, NaCl, sodium chloride. NaCl. They are bound by electrostatic force, sodium positive and chlorine negative. Suppose that in the NaCl, sodium and chlorine is bound by force F. Now NaCl is dissolved into water. You know that dielectric constant of water is 81. Dielectric constant of water 81. When NaCl is dissolved in a solvent like water, force is reduced by 81. In this way, in the sodium and chlorine, force is reduced, and in water, dissociation happens, and that is in the Na plus and Cl minus. This is the reason that for the electrolysis, it must be dissolved in a liquid or solvent. Then you can easily do electrolysis. In a solid form, electrolysis is not possible because we dissolve in a liquid, then its force is reduced by dielectric times. This is the Arrhenius theory of dissociation, and this is used, and this is due to the dielectric constant. Now, here, Coulomb's law and Newton's third law. Third law. Coulomb's law and Newton's third law. Suppose that here two charges Q1 and Q2 separated by a distance r. Separated by a distance r. Because both are positive charges, so they repel each other. They repel each other. Here force is F12 vector, and here force is F21 vector. Although magnitude of both forces are same, F12 equal to F21 magnitude, but they are in opposite direction, they are repelling each other. So F12 vector not equal to F21 vector. Although magnitude equal, but vectors are not equal because they are in the opposite directions. How can they become equal? F12 vector equal to negative of the F21 vector by the law of vector. If two negative, then both become equal. F12 means, what is F12 vector? Is force on Q1 due to Q2. F12 is force on Q1 due to Q2. F1 is repelled by Q1 is repelled by Q2 due to force F12. Now F21 is force on Q2 due to Q1. It means F21 is that force which exerted by 1 on the 2. Here force on Q1 due to Q2. Here 2-1, so force 1 Q2 due to Q1. Try to understand. F12 force on Q1 due to Q2. F21 force 1 Q2 due to Q1. Now here F12 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. But here F12 is a vector quantity, then it must be also a vector quantity. It must multiply by a vector quantity. So this is the direction of the F12. So take here unit vector. This is R21 cap. R21 cap. Because direction of F12 and take an unit vector in the direction of the force. So here F21, because it is from the 2 to 1. So if you write here F12, then here write 2 1. So R12 cap, R21 cap is unit vector in the direction of F12 vector. Just try to understand. This is the direction of the F12 and this is the direction of the R21 cap. So here multiply by R21 cap. Similarly, this is equation 1. Similarly, F21 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 R square, and here R21 cap, but in this direction unit vector is R12 cap. So here R12 cap and equation 2. This is direction of unit vector R21 cap and this is direction of unit vector R12 cap. Both are unit vector having magnitude 1, both are same, but direction is opposite. So direction are opposite, magnitude are same, so we can say R21 cap equal to minus R12 cap. Now putting value of R21 cap in equation 1. Putting value of R21 cap in equation 1. Just put here R21 cap. Then F12 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 R square, and here minus R, here R21 cap is equal to minus R12 cap. Then F12 cap, again I am going up here. F12 vector equal to, take this minus side here, so minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square and R12 cap, and this is equal to F21 with the minus. So here F12 vector is equal to minus F12 vector. So F21 vector. This is Newton's third law. Every action equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law, every action there is opposite and equal reaction. Coulomb's law in terms of position vectors. Coulomb's law in terms of positions vector. Suppose that here take coordinate system, because we discussed position in the terms of position vector. Here two charges, this charge is Q1 and this charge is Q2. This is origin. Now here Q1 charge, then this is point, suppose that this is point A, then OA equal to R1 vector. OA equal to R1 vector. So OA vector, this is the position vector showing position of the Q1 from the origin, and that is R1 vector. Now here second charge is Q2, this point is B, and this is R2 vector. Now position vector of charge Q2 is R2 vector, so OV vector is equal to R2 vector. Distance between both charges is R. Distance between both charges is R. Suppose that here F12 vector, F12 vector, it means force on Q1 due to Q2. What is F1? 2 is force on Q1 due to Q2. Q1 and that is Q2. Suppose that here a unit vector R21 cap, here in the direction of the R21 cap is unit vector in the direction of F12 vector, because Q2 is repelling Q1. So that is the here force is F12. Now R is magnitude, but when multiplied by R21 cap, it becomes a vector quantity. So R and R21 cap is the vector quantity. Here understanding depends upon your understanding in class 11th vector. Although I will upload for the vector in very soon in the week. So is the vector quantity. Now see this here. I am taking this figure outside. Here this is R2 vector. This is now it become vector because this R multiplied by R21 cap it become vector, and this vector is R21 cap. That is the vector. And now this is here R1 vector. Now try to understand vector addition. R2 vector, R21 cap vector, and R1 vector. Here tail, head, but head, tail. So R1 is resultant vector. Tail, head. Here in R2, tail, head. R21 cap, tail, head. But here head to tail. R1 cap is the resultant vector. So R1 vector is a resultant vector. By vector law of addition, you may write R2 vector plus R21 cap equal to R1 vector, and R21 cap equal to R1 vector and minus R2 vector. But if you want to do in the magnitude, then remove this unit vector, so this become only R. because this r is the magnitude multiplied by unit vector. So make it the magnitude is only a scalar magnitude. Just replace r1 and here it become r1 vector and minus r2 vector, and this is the modulus. Now this is vector and this is a scalar. Now this is the, because we have taken only magnitude. Now by Coulomb's law, if we take F12 vector, then 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2, and here r square and unit vector r21. F12 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r. If you write here r cube, then here one extra r21, okay, like this, r cube, then r here, because cancel r, it become r square. Now here F12 vector equal to, now here F12 vector 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This R3 is the magnitude. So simply write here Q1, Q2 and R1 minus R2 vector, and here modulus and power 3. But this is the vector R21 cap, and this is equal to R1 vector minus R2 vector. So here write down R1 vector minus R2 vector. Now see here, F12 vector, force on 1 due to 2, force on Q1 due to Q2 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 and this thing. If you write F21, it means force on Q2 due to Q1, then 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2, and this become R2 minus R1. R2 vector minus R1 vector, and here power 3, and this vector become R2 vector minus R1 vector. So this is Coulomb's law in the form of position vector F12 and F21. I think that for this concept of vector should be very clear. Although those students have no very good concept in the vector, then within the week I will start for the 11th from the vector, and I will discuss in that. I have discussed 2 videos before that in the electrostatic, and one is about the charges and second is about the Coulomb's law, and this is the 3rd video. So that will be the sequence 3, and welcome your comment always, and anything you need I will try to explain if you write in the comment box, okay. And it is my will, I want that please like and subscribe my channel and convey to your friends. Thanks.